Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Sailor Solitaire at your spiritual service, and I want to welcome you personally to your July 2018 tarot reading. Before you forget, go ahead and click that subscribe button, subscribe to my channel so you can stay updated. I do post monthly tarot readings for each of the 12 signs. Please remember that these are general readings. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can visit my website, www.sailorsolitaire.com, or you can visit my Etsy shop, etsy.com/shop/sailortarot. And you may want to check out your other signs as well, not just your sun sign, but your rising sign and your moon sign to get a more complete picture of what is going on for you in July. Hi Pisces, thank you so much for all your support, because no matter what, I feel like Pisces, you guys are the biggest viewership, the biggest, you guys always rack up the most views from all my other signs. So thank you, I appreciate it, and I hope that's a good sign. So let's bang out another reading. Hopefully this one is just as popular. And you know, Pisces, if you do have any comments or anything like that, don't be shy. I want to hear from you. I need feedback, because really it's for you. It's not just, for my ego or anything like that. It does make me feel good when I hear or when I read your comments, but at the same time, I do genuinely want to know, what you're thinking throughout this reading and any feedback that you have. Okay, but you didn't come for that, did you? No. So I'll get to it. Get to the reading for Pisces. This is for my Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising signs. Okay. I do invite your spirit team as well as mine to join the space, to join this reading, and I ask this deck to be filled with love, light, harmony, joy, laughter, abundance, truth, wisdom, insight, and guidance. For the Pisces watching. All right, are you guys excited? I am super excited for July. Hopefully you guys are feeling the same. All good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Yeah, okay. So the first card, Pisces, is going to represent the overall energies at play for you for this month of July. And we've got the sun in reverse. Okay, so a bit heavy. This is a major arcana card, so this is kind of out of your control. This isn't like something that you are necessarily choosing to put yourself through, but it's kind of just there in the background, and it's hard for you guys to ignore it. So what am I talking about? The sun card is all about your feeling at home, feeling like you are, you belong, you align with your environment, everything's good, everything just feels right. And when it's reversed, I feel like something can feel a little bit off. So I'm not sure what that is. Maybe your spidey senses are tingling, or you just have some sort of intuition or some instinct about, something's not quite right. So I'm not really sure what that is. Of course, this is a general reading, but this could be related to your family. This could be related to your circle of friends, but I feel like for some reason it has to do with your home life, people who you share a home with. So maybe there's tensions there. Maybe there's just some bad air, bad blood. Some weird vibes that I'm getting here. I'm not sure what it is. I feel like maybe there's a lack of you being able to do what you want to do, a lack of privacy. I'm not sure if that's because you are hiding something, or if it's because, the circumstances have it that you don't really have much time to yourself anymore. Maybe you're busy. Maybe, you know, this isn't necessarily because of the people that you share a space with, whether that's, you know, actually under one roof, like in a house, or if it's, you know, like in your apartment building or your condo or your dorm room, whatever. So it might not be the people. It just could be that maybe for some of you, there's work going on in the home, like renovations or something like that, or, you know, you actually just can't find enough time to be at home for you to enjoy your privacy and your alone time. Whatever it is, there's some sort of need for more downtime, more time to yourself, to just be by yourself and get to know yourself a little bit better, you know, spend some time with yourself. Said that word a lot, but hopefully you guys understand what I'm talking about. If you're feeling a bit off, you need to reconnect with yourself. All right, so that could be it, you know, don't blame anybody else for how you're feeling. Don't take it out on anybody else, but you need to take that initiative to, you know, I don't want to say the word yourself again, but to get back to being your regular self. Because I do feel like you will kind of take it out on other people, or you will suffer slightly because you are not taking that initiative to sort of refresh yourself, replenish your energy. So something's draining your energy. And it really is something as simple as just taking a time out or taking like a day to yourself to just, you know, catch up on your thoughts. I feel like a lot of you have been maybe around people, or like you always feel like you're busy doing something that you haven't had a chance to just catch up with you and, you know, just get back to taking care of yourself. It's sort of like you're spreading yourself too thin, and you want to take however long it takes, a day or two or a weekend or a week, to put yourself back together. Right? Because we all want to be happy. We all want to be, you know, feeling really good, feeling like our best self, living our best life and just shining. And you can't do that when you're trying to please everybody else, or you're trying to just do so many things that you don't even, you've lost your head. So we want to make sure that we're all together. Everything is one nice package, cohesive package. And your thoughts and your energies aren't scattered. Okay, I did spend some time with that because this is a major kind of card, and this is the first card. This kind of sets the tone for everything, sets the tone for July. So that's very important. Self-love, self-care, making sure that you are in the right mind space, in the right zone, so that you can continue shining. Okay, Pisces, the next card is going to represent something from your past, recent or distant, that is of some sort of relevance today, especially related to the Sun card in reverse. So this is something that is affecting you in July. Three of Swords. Okay, this makes a little bit more sense. You know, the Sun card is like, oh, things are flipped upside down. You don't really feel like yourself. And for those of you who are not familiar with tarot, the Three of Swords is like a card of anguish. Not anguish, a card of like heartbreak of some sort, heartache. It doesn't have to be, you know, like an ex or, you know, divorce or something like that. It doesn't have to be so like, literal, like somebody broke your heart, but there's just some sort of heavy pain, like heartache, you know, your heart is just aching and I can feel it. I'm not sure what it is. So again, this is a general reading, so this could be from like way back when, a distant memory for some of you Pisces, but for some of you Pisces, this is pretty recent. And I feel like even if it's not so recent, it can act like something recent because you guys keep revisiting those wounds. So even if it was from like decades ago, years ago, you still pick at those wounds and they're not allowed to fully heal. So you haven't given yourself a chance to heal from this pain. All right, so this is affecting, you know, not only you, but the people around you, especially this is contributing to those tensions, you know, for the people who you share a home with or you spend as much time with on a regular basis that you might as well share a home with them. You know what I mean? So that kind of thing. People who you're always around. Whatever you consider a home. This could even be like your work family or whatever. Like, there are tensions. You don't feel quite right at home, whatever home is. And the Three of Swords here is like, man, you guys are still in mourning for some reason. Even if you don't necessarily always, you know, portray that, and you don't like wear your broken heart on your sleeve all the time, it's still there and it's like dragging you down. And I don't mean to be so negative, but I'm just telling you what I'm picking up from this reading. And this is heavy. This, like, these first two cards are so heavy right now. I don't know why. I get it. You guys are Pisces. You are water signs and you feel things very deeply, whether you like to admit it or not. And you guys are really sensitive. I mean that in the best way. But it can really have a hold on you, Pisces. So I want you guys to try your best to make sure that your like energies are optimal, on point. And what I mean by that is make sure that you're taking care of yourself. I know like everyone says that all the time, Pisces, but I'm telling you that when you're like running low on sleep, or you're not eating well, or you're letting your mind get the best of you and you're allowing yourself to spiral down these negative thoughts and cognitive patterns that are just, you know, self-destructive, then how do you expect to be loving life and to be, you know, pleasant and to be happy? I mean, maybe some of you guys are not thinking about your own happiness, and I feel like a lot of you Pisces need to get over this whole sense of martyrdom, like self-sacrifice and putting other needs before your own. Obviously, that is noble and that is, you know, very respectable, commendable, and admirable and all that good stuff. But you have to take care of yourself, and honestly, I feel like the worst thing you can do is treat yourself like shit at the expense of other people. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And I feel like you're not doing them any favors, you're not doing yourself any favors. At the end of the day, everyone suffers. You shouldn't have to pick and choose, you know, only one of us can be happy, or I'm going to sacrifice my happiness for yours. There's room for everybody to be happy, and there's room for you to be happy as well. You guys deserve it. And whatever happiness is to you, whatever that means to you, you need to figure it out, because just because you are living up to certain standards that other people have deemed the golden standard or have deemed to be, you know, okay, if you're not happy with that, then you need to write your own standards. You need to do something that actually makes sense for you. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I don't know how else to say it. I just feel like you need to actually take more initiative into determining your own measures of happiness or your own measures of success. Instead of looking at your life and looking at yourself through the eyes of other people. Okay, I feel like this Three of Swords is something from your past, yes, which means you should get over it. You should learn the lessons from it, but then move on, okay? This is affecting you, okay? And I feel like it is hard. It's easier said than done to kind of, you know, to break free from those chains, and everyone has their own chains and their own problems and their own demons. But Pisces, you can't use other people's happiness as an excuse. You can't keep pointing the finger at other people. You have to look inwards, and you can't keep avoiding that. All right, Pisces, the next card is going to represent something for you guys to think about, something that requires your attention. Are you guys ready? Let's see, Pisces. Whew, the Fool card in reverse. So another major arcana card. Jeez. Things are picking up. Things are getting a bit messy here. And I feel like you guys sometimes are hot messes, you Pisces. And I feel like your emotions really are the main driving factor behind how much or how little you care about health and products, having healthy behavior. Sometimes you guys just let it slide because you're in emotional, you're an emotional wreck, an emotional roller coaster, and you just kind of let things slide. You just kind of, just put your hands up and say, well, it started, there's no way to end it, I'm just going to enjoy the ride and let it play out and then recover from there. But I'm telling you, you guys can just stop it right where it is. You don't have to give up and wait for all of it to pass. And you can take a more active part in that whole healing process and the whole turning your life, turning your actions around and making it better for you. So this Fool card, what does it mean in reverse? I feel like for you Pisces, this means that you need to stop being so paranoid, because with this Fool card, it does represents the beginning of a journey and all the unknowns, all the uncertainties, but going ahead and starting that journey anyways, right? So the Fool card is the first card of the major arcanas. It has a 0, okay? It's a 0th card. It's before everything has even begun. It's not even the number 1 yet. So it's 0. This is before you decide to take the first step. All right, and it's interesting how there are butterflies both here on the Sun and on the Fool card. These butterflies representing change and transformation. Again, I know it's so played out, but it's literally like the caterpillar that goes into the cocoon, it goes through metamorphosis, and then turns into this beautiful butterfly. It's scary and it's so weird, and it doesn't really make much sense at first, especially if you're that caterpillar going through it. What are you really supposed to expect? It's just kind of something that you do. Unfortunately, humans, we are cursed and blessed with the power of, more logical thinking, and we are sometimes slaves to our thoughts. And because of this, we tend to overthink things instead of trusting our gut, trusting our instincts. Okay, so I feel like you need to get back to, going back to a place where you're not naive, okay? You've been there, done that, you've seen a lot of shit, you've gone through a lot of stuff. So obviously you can't just ignore what you've seen and what you've been through, but you don't have to be so skeptical, so jaded, so pessimistic and bitter about it. You can refresh yourself, and you can go back to a time or a place, an inner space in your heart where you feel like you belong. You have faith in the world. You have faith in human nature. Again, you have faith in humanity, and you trust in, the good part of life. Okay, and that will help you to get over whatever it is that happened to you. I get it, you guys are in mourning, and it's not fair that people have treated you like this, and blah, 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 blah. I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just saying that we all go through our own stuff, and no one's gonna wait for you, no one's gonna push you to get over it. You have to make that decision for yourself, otherwise you're going to get left behind, and you're gonna miss out. Okay, last card, Pisces. This is going to represent the near future. This is for the end of July, or, going into August. Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so Coupled with this Fool card in reverse, I just want to say that you want to watch out for you being overly aggressive. So I feel like you are going to be a bit aggravated because you're going through something, some pain, some hurt, and you know, like when an animal is wounded, you know, they're going to be way more on edge, way more alert, and like ready to attack. And I feel like that's what this card represents in the spread. You guys are like ready for a challenge, ready to fight, and you guys are just like anybody who, you know, who shows the slightest bit of anything, disagreement or anything. It doesn't even have to be anything negative like that, but anything, any excuse you guys have to pounce on this person, to attack this person, you're going to take it. So watch out for that. Again, you want to be going back to a point where I'm not saying you have to not be who you are and be fake or whatever, but have a little bit more faith in people, in the world, in society, and don't be so quick to attack. All right, you are troubled by some pains, but I'm telling you guys, straight up, you guys just need to move forward from that and learn from it, because you're only going to be hurting yourself and hurting people around you. Okay, so you're going to be all fired up, all ready to go, but maybe you guys can use that energy and use it on yourself. Don't attack yourself, don't be mean to you, but use it in a productive way where you can be a little bit more critical and more harsh on you and what you're doing instead of going out there and criticizing others. So do it in a healthy way. Focus on yourself and your growth instead of looking outward, look within. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I hope that reading was valuable and that you gained some insight, some clarity, some peace of mind. Any questions or comments, don't be shy. I love hearing from you guys. If you liked the video, give this video a thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, give this video a thumbs down. But do me a favor and tell me why you disliked this video. So again, don't forget to subscribe. I do post monthly readings for each of the 12 signs. And if you would like, you can follow me on social media on my Instagram account or Twitter. I want to wish you all an amazing, fabulous, gorgeous July. Take care.